family. For those of you that want to hang out. Oh, man, this is locked by itself. Let me get my key. For those of you that want to hang out with your little country bone for a little while this morning, see what I'm up to. Just getting my hands dirty. Gotta finish. I rested Friday all day yesterday. I didn't do much. So now I'm finishing what I started last week with I started letting the oil drain on my truck, and I'm gonna finish putting it all draining right now, and I'm just gonna add the bolt. There's not much coming out, and get this finished this morning, and then I'm gonna get the oil on my car change. Would you guys believe that I went to look in my service manual, and the oil on my car, I hadn't changed that in over 2 years. I write down all the, oh, wait a minute. I gotta go get my torque wrench. But I hadn't changed the oil in my car over 2 years. And it's a good thing that I use full synthetic castor oil, full synthetic, because it gives a life of 15,000 miles on the oil, and I can kind of testify that castor oil holds up to your standard, baby, because I'm still getting good fuel mileage, and all the fuel mileage has never gone down. And then when I check the oil still look good. I checked the oil last year. I never looked in my book to see the date that I changed it. However, I only put 7,000 miles on it since I last changed it on the car. Yeah, so anyway, torque that bolt down to 35 foot-pounds. That's what the oil pan calls for. And now I'm gonna get my little rump from up under y'all and go and dump the oil. Both of my oil pan, my oil pans that I use, they're both full. How are you guys this morning? For those of you that's just tuning in, good morning, Macy Gray, Lady Wisdom. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, guys. I just came out here this morning. I was like, you know what? Let me go live. If anybody want to hang out with me, see what I'm up to this morning. This is what I'm up to. If you want to hang out with a woman that don't mind getting her hands dirty, come on, right along. If you ain't got nothing that you're up to, you might learn something, or you might just be entertained. How are you guys this morning? I was talking, for those of you that may have came on late, I was talking about how I realized I didn't change the oil in my car. Cleaning out this oil pan here, this oil box. I'm gonna take this and dump this. For some of you that don't change your oil and stuff, it's so simple. Every little change you can save and do it yourself, you can put that towards something else, ain't it? It's good to be frugal. Call me Miss Frugal Lady. I'm a frugal woman, baby. But for those of you that came on, I was talking about how I hadn't changed the oil in my car. I just realized it the other day that I didn't change the oil in my car in over 2 years. And I didn't even know. It drives so good. I still get 28 to 35 miles per gallon. You know, I get good gas mileage with it. And I use castor oil synthetic, so I can testify that castor oil is a good oil to use. I use the full synthetic that guarantees the life of the oil, the stability of the oil will last up to 15,000 miles. And so I can testify to that because I change my oil. It's in the book. I always write down everything I do on any of my vehicles. And I changed it in, I think, May something of 2023. I was like, what have I been doing? But then I only put 7,000 miles on the car. Good morning. Yeah, so I only drove it 7,000 miles. I'm getting my torque wrench back down so I can put this up. I like to kind of clean up as I go and put my stuff up. When I'm working on bigger things and bigger projects, for those of you, you know, sometimes you pull out so many different tools and the cleanup is annoying. But yeah, guys, I went over 2,000 miles and didn't change my oil. I mean, 2 years and didn't change my oil, but only putting 7,000 miles on it. So castor oil is the oil to go with. It lasts you. It'll hold its life. Oh boy. So, are y'all gonna ride with me? Are y'all staying here, Daniel and Mate? Come on. I've got a little good bit of things to do. I got some welding to do today as well. My uncle that passed away, he taught me how to weld before he passed. So I've got several welders, but I don't really feel like messing with the welder today. So I've got one of my brothers. He's gonna come by and he'll get what I need to done. The welding that I need done, he'll do that for me. I miss my uncle. If he was here, sometimes he comes and does little things. There's always something to do on the ranch, baby. It's always something to do. What are you all up to on this? Put this here. This beautiful Sunday morning. How did your morning start out besides watching your little country bunkie? Good morning. What's your name, GNG? Nice to see you as well. What's your name? I'm just allowing access. I could take these off now. I like to put on, protect my, oh, you know what? I like to protect my eyes when I am going under those vehicles and things. Oh yeah, I got that. So this is how my morning is starting off, guys. Beautiful morning. Yes, it is. It is a beautiful morning. It's a little chilly, but I ain't got no complaints. Shout out to those of you that may be up north where y'all deal with the real cold. It's too cold. I can't take all that cold, baby. Y'all deal with the real cold up there. So here it's only like, it says it's 37 degrees, but that's good enough for me. That gets me going once I can get myself warmed up in the morning. That gets me going. I got some leaves I gotta finish getting raked up. All the snow is gone that we had, so I got my little different piles. I'm gonna put 2 more piles out because the guys, they'll be coming around tomorrow to pick up some of those leaves for me. And then I'll get the oil in my car changed. I gotta get the oil added back in my truck, and then I've got somebody coming to take care of my welding part, and then that's gonna be how the top of my morning goes, and then I'll decide what I do from there. Cause it is a gorgeous day. It is a gorgeous day. Cause I'm gonna treat myself to get in the steam room sometime later today before my gym closes. Yep, yippity yep. Good morning, Brit. How are you? I just went live this morning. I was like, for anybody that wants to hang out with a woman who doesn't mind getting her hands dirty, feel free. If you like, hang out with me and see what I'm up to. All I'm doing is some little maintenance on my vehicles this morning, 2 of my vehicles. Oh, she loves the truth. I like that. I like your name. You are a gem as well. Good morning to you as well. Yeah, God is good, man. I have no complaints. No complaints. I'm just still existing in this beautiful world, right? And I thank God for everything, you know. Just looking back over my life. You know, I was talking to a friend earlier, and we think in our 40s, we think we understand a lot more about how to maintain our happiness. And one of the big parts of that is privacy, you know, being private in the time that we are now. You know, back in the day, people were more together because I believe they had less, so people walked around in more humility. But now we see a lot of our people, especially people of color, who've accomplished so much. People don't walk around, and a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people don't walk around in that same humility, and people like to compete with one another, and some people, you know, anyway. But we think we've narrowed it down in our 40s. We think one of the keys to maintaining a peaceful and happy life is also privacy, you know, because sometimes people will just come and pick with you when they become envious of certain things about you, or they don't like your strength, or they don't like how you look, they don't like how you operate, or sometimes people watch you on social media and they think they know your whole life. I remember one time, me and my cousin and my mom, we were laughing. This young lady commented on my video, "Your videos are powerful, but you need to fix yourself up sometime." And we were like, so we looked at her stuff. She had on the fake eyelashes and the fake hair, and I was like, all this fake stuff, and you telling me to fix myself up based on how you see me on a video, and you don't know nothing about my personality. You don't know how we get when we, you know, go places, or how I look nice, and you just can say something like that, just project your little misery. Because I felt, when I saw her stuff, I'm like, you don't even love yourself, sweetheart. If you love yourself, why do you go and put up something fake on top of what's real? I love my eyelashes that God give me. I love my natural hair that God give me. But, you know, that was just my little 2 cents. She said her 2 cents, so I commented back on. I was like, you kind of tell me about myself and you don't even love yourself, you know? But people are entitled to their opinions. It's like sometimes they just be trying to project on you. Like, don't mess with nobody who ain't messing with you. Y'all, mama gonna be right back. Come on with me, people of God. Y'all hanging with me today, right? Y'all hanging with this old woman who don't mind getting her hands dirty. So now I'm gonna go in here and dump this oil. Let me make sure I got some tissue, because I don't mind getting my hand dirty, but when I'm dripping this oil, I really like to. Hey, I took the main tissue out of my pocket. I don't like to get the oil in here all over the place. But anyway, let's go. Maybe they'll have a piece of tissue in there that I could use, and we'll go from there. It's really hard for me to carry both of these things with the phone in my hand. Let me go one first. Gotta make sure the oil thing ain't filled. Anyway, because sometimes when you go to drop off your oil, some of their containers, sometimes they're full and you have to go to another location. But most of your parts stores and stuff, for those of you that don't know, those of you who do it yourself, you know. Hey, your oil container's good in the back? Yeah. Okay. Can you show her where to dump the oil? I know where it is. I was just making sure it's good. Sometimes it's full. I'm just making sure. Yeah. I appreciate that though. I got it. I was just making sure it wasn't full. Okay, well, I'll check it then. We'll hear it when the oil goes down. How y'all doing? I'm well by the grace of God. No complaints, baby. Oh, so here's where I'm going down here to dump this oil. We're good. Thank you, Kevin. How you doing this morning? I know that's right. You're here, ain't it? We're walking and talking. You told me something unfortunate. Okay. So I just take the top off of this thing. And I just... Okay. G&G. Okay. I'm trying to read y'all comments a little bit. Hold on. Listen. I got a moderator on here and I don't even know. Hey, Sunnyflower girl, where you been at, girl? I love your energy. I ain't seen you on here in a long time. Okay, let me put this phone. I'm trying to stand the phone up so y'all can see what I'm doing while I'm doing it. But it's just not said. Y'all, now I'm kind of old school, y'all. Oh, wait, I gotta take the air pressure thing off so this oil can flow. But I'm kind of old school to this YouTube stuff, right? So it just said a moderator handled this for you. Who's the freaking moderator? Who the moderator on here? So somebody must have left some type of comment and it said a moderator handled this for you, but I don't know who the moderator is. Y'all know what? I'm gonna let this sit right here while I go and get the other one. If I can. If it don't, it gonna fall. So I just, oh, there we go. It ain't gonna fall like that. Okay. So while that's sitting there, go back and get my other one. I got this thing on top of my head because I put it on top of the other scarf. Y'all know I don't like to get these locks. I take care of these locks now. But I put this on to make sure once I get up under these vehicles, nothing can. I want no oil or nothing soaking through getting on my scalp. Shucks. Gotta protect these Jesus here. Gotta protect it. So I just stick this thing right here really. Stick it up under the back part. What you talking about, G&G? You don't like saying oil, you like saying season. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I see your comment. That tell us something you don't mind. Oh, so you are a male. What's your name? Tell us something you don't mind breaking down with an old woman like me. That's right. We ain't old. We older than most of my young people. But no, we young, baby. 40 is the new 20. Shucks. I used to run track when I was in high school. I could still jump hurdles. I could do everything I was doing when I was 15. You got to keep moving, stay young. So yeah, we seasoned. You over 40, you seasoned. 40 and up. We just getting started. I feel like life just begins at 40 anyway. Because you done learn from a lot of your mistakes and things. Call you Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix. Oh, you got jokes, whoever you are. I don't like saying. The 40s have been interesting. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I feel like my life is just getting started. I feel like, I'm in the best shape that I've ever been in. I'm happier, healthier, I made a lot of financial decisions. So I'm getting back on the right track financially. I made a lot of bad financial decisions from my own ignorance and errors. But everything is on the up and up, baby. All right, so now we about to go with number two. this one is done. This is where I like to have a napkin. I don't know why I took the napkins out of my pocket. See that all drip. I don't like it to drip all the way down and get on stuff. All right. Let me see if they got a napkin. Got their little brown paper towel. It don't absorb as much as those shop towels, but it's good. It'll get the job done. Get this tube on there. Everything off. Whew. If you can do something yourself, why not do it yourself? I see what you say, Sonny Paul. That's right. We don't tolerate BS no more. And we tell people like it is. And we don't care about the labels that they try to place on us no more. We just live. She loves the truth. You be watching me, she loves the truth. She said, Sabrina, Cherie, sometimes you get more done in a day than some people get done all week. You know, you're the second person that told me that. But I try not to, you know. They say don't boast in yourself, let other people boast in you. So that tells me that y'all be paying attention to what your little country run could be doing, even though I be hiding a lot of the stuff that I actually have to do and that I do in my life. I don't really like a lot of people in my business neither. A private life. Because see, sometimes, let me tell you something. See, I came from nothing, right? See, I came from nothing. And sometimes people can see you struggle. See, sometimes people can see you struggle and see how hard things was. We can get out of here now, guys. I gotta get these two. I'm still trying to figure out how to get two in one hand, even though they empty now. But let me see. Yeah, I ain't got one with all on. I can stick it up under my arm. But you know, sometimes people can see you struggle your whole life. They see where you come from. They know you just was a grinder, a hard worker. You ain't bother nobody. You know, I used to always like to laugh growing up. That helped me with a lot of pain that I used to have in my heart and stuff like that. You know, and sometimes when I listen to people's testimony, I be like, my childhood ain't been that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we all had struggles. A lot of people went through a lot. They didn't have counselors back then. So I have grace for a lot of the errors that happened within my childhood, you know? And, you know, some of the pain that some of my parents caused me. Both of my parents have apologized to me. Now, my daddy, me and my uncle was talking about him the other day. He's still on another level. But, you know, I have grace for people. But sometimes, the reason I like to be private again, sometimes people can see you struggle most of your life. They see where you come from. And they know you ain't asked nobody for nothing. You know, like my homeboy that's coming to do my welding for me this morning. We was talking about that, how we had to really get it out the mud. Nobody ain't never gave us nothing. And he married with a family. And sometimes when people see you, things are starting to look on the up for you. And things is getting a lot better for you. They start treating you funny rather than saluting you or giving you praise or encouragement. Some of the same people who never gave you encouragement. And it could be shocking because sometimes it could be people who you have held in a high regard and people who you have love for. They could have been good to you while you was a dependent. They could have been good to you, you know, while they was doing better than you or you needed them. But when you independent, they act weird. You know, you all right, baby? What's wrong? You need me to pat your little back? Sometimes I be patting their back when they be doing that coughing thing, and then they'll exaggerate it more just to get a little bit more affection. But you know, sometimes people, they're not good with your independence. And so, like me and my friend, we was talking about the other day, privacy, that keep you at peace more. When you share stuff with people, people think they can have an opinion about your life. And even if you don't share stuff with people, sometimes people don't know you, and they'll just feel like, oh, I need to tell her about herself or tell him about himself. And it'd be like, people are so psychologically weird and delusional these days. Like, mind your business sometimes. People will just feel like they can tell you that you need to be different in a certain way. I can see if you've given them permission. You know, if you're my friend and you got access to me, if I allow you close to me in my life, no, you have a right to criticize me. You have a right to give me constructive feedback. You have a right to do that. I've given you permission. But if I don't know you, you are a stranger, leave me alone. Because some people, what they'll do is, and you see a lot of, I done seen a lot of Christians, folk who say, they'll try to provoke you to anger, use other people to say certain things to you and be like, oh, you just, you know, nobody can tell you nothing. And, you know, yeah, but as you get older, you just learn to see stuff and just move on around. You see and don't see, like how they used to say back in the day, you got to see and don't see. And you move around a lot of people craziness, and that'll keep you in your peace. Oh, okay, she loves the truth. So you've been a silent watcher for folks going on with the live. Are y'all there? Because it was circling saying reconnecting. But that means you can give a full assessment, because you know I used to share a lot, and I stopped sharing a lot of the things I do because people was talking crazy about stuff like that. Oh, you want to be a man? Oh, you try to be a man? And you know, I said, okay, when you don't feel like people don't appreciate what you're doing, then you just stop giving. Because I ain't got to be on here. This ain't my job. I just like checking in with my brothers and sisters around the world. And I do know that I encourage a lot of people. And I do know that I inspire a lot of women, especially single women, to be strong and to just press through all the garbage that people say about you when they see your strength. I know that. I get a lot of emails and stuff, and people message me. Sometimes I've had people say, you know, you helped me. I've had a mail. You guys were on here one day. I was walking at the park. This was what, early last year, year before last. This dude was thinking about crazy stuff, committing suicide, and it was just in my spirit to start talking to him. I can't remember the full thing, but I had stopped my video so that I could pray with him and talk with him. And he said, you saved my life. You saved my life. You know, you never know what people are going through. So that's why I do what I do, and that's what we're supposed to do, shine our light. Shining our light does not mean I have to try to capitalize and make a business off of God and pretend that God is just talking to me 24/7, because they got a lot of people with itching ears too, and they'll run to hear that, and people lose their sense of identity, and they never find their purpose sometimes. And really, it's so simple. You got to learn you and get that personal relationship with God and spend intimacy with him, and then go out into the world and shine your light. How you gonna learn your skills if you always supporting somebody else's dream? If you're always, you know, tuning into somebody else, you spend no time with yourself. I like spending time with myself, baby. I love spending time with myself. That's right, Miss Macy. I deal with a lot of that, and you wouldn't think so, because if you think about some of the people who show those signs of jealousy and envy, you'd be so surprised, because you'll see some of them, they look so beautiful. Some women, they be so beautiful. They had their little nails, and if y'all know, I don't get my nails. I can tell you, I ain't had my nails done since I was in high school, and I ain't get them done much, you know, because I'm always doing something, and they hurt when they break off. But you'll see some of the most beautiful women, they be having their hair done, you know, and stuff like that, and they'll throw signs of jealousy and envy towards my way, you know. Yeah, I know I'm different. I'm cut from a different cloth. My lifestyle, my upbringing was because of that. You know, I didn't like a lot of the pain and things I had to experience. My father was the first and only man that ever broke my heart, and I forgive him, and ain't carrying around bitterness neither. He's still hurt and broken, but I forgive him and I pray for him. I love him, and I'm so glad. I wasn't glad as a child, but now I'm so glad about a lot of the painful things that I have experienced. You know, I couldn't say this years ago because it was painful and I was a young girl, but I was still taking kids in my home, helping them in my early 20s and stuff, you know, on the police force. I was doing things that was above my pay grade, because I've always been like that, a servant. And I think that's why God has blessed me, you know, the way he's blessed me. But I don't talk about a lot of things I do. But I'm so glad for that pain I experienced from my father, because he taught me a lot, not even trying, but through I observed his actions and what he did, and he hurt a lot of women, you know. And so I know when I could see the red flags in a man, because my father taught me. And then I had uncles who taught me the strength you see, these things I know how to do. A lot of this knowledge I have about just about everything I could do, it came from one of my uncles, the healthy ones. Because I had some uncles too that recently told me not long ago, ain't no man want no woman who got everything, and just broke my little spirit. I was so shocked. And they were uncles who I love, who been married. One of them been married for so long, who I always looked up to. But I realized I never saw that misogyny spirit, because growing up under him, he always was a provider. He still is a provider for his family. But I never saw that misogyny spirit because I was a dependent. But now that I'm an independent woman, those set of uncles, they've never lifted my spirit up or taught me how to do anything. And most of them, they've always wanted a woman to just shut up, be quiet, stay in her place, and listen to what they say. And they want to go and do what they want to do and have other women too. Nah, baby, my other uncle done taught me I ain't never got to deal with nothing like that. Never. So anyway, that's your mother too saying, oh, why did I cut off? So what I'm about to do now is I'm going to get these ramps out. You getting out, Mate? You getting out? She could be looking so slow, yo. You getting out? And y'all done got these seats in this car stretch up and everything. This their car. This ain't my car no more. This theirs. I got to get these, my ramps, because I'm going to drive the car up on them. So simple. So simple. I remember when I first got this car, I bought it brand spanking new. My first brand new car. Everything before that was used. And when I used to go get it serviced, the oil changes. Because, you know, when you get something new, it comes with a warranty. So you want to kind of stick with the dealership. The oil change was but like 40. Used to be like $35, $40. And it went up to 45. Wasn't nothing at all. But now, same little 5 parts of oil and a little cheap little filter you can get from Walmart. And Fram, they don't even use Fram at the dealership. They use another filter. And Fram is a very good filter for nothing about $3 or $4, maybe $5 now, $4.88. I normally buy several filters, so I ain't buy a filter in a long time. So I had a Fram filter already in the house, but I don't think they over $5. And you go to the dealership now, they want almost $100 for the car to put 5 quarts of oil in your car. When you can go and get 5 quarts of oil at the store, good oil, castor oil, because sometimes they don't even use the good stuff. Oh, come back. Oh, there we go. Put on my parking brake, my emergency brake, so the car won't roll. They don't even use the good oil sometimes. Come on, baby. Get your little big hips out of there. Come on, Mate. Y'all getting old. Let me put this down and help her get out. Because, you know, these dogs getting old. She be 6 in. She be 7 in September. Daniel be 7 in March. So, you know, in dog years, that's 49 years old. They be older than me. So I got to be careful with letting my baby jump on their joints and stuff. We aging together. As we age, we got to take care of our hips and joints and all that. Because Daniel jumped the other day out the truck and he was like, ugh. He twisted his hip wrong. So I gave him some Motrin, some dog Motrin. I keep that in stock from the vet. And ooh. And then his pain went away. He's back to normal now. So I was like, okay, y'all getting a little older. But I gotta let this cool down some. Let me get my things before I just start draining that oil. Since I've been driving, and it's gonna be a little hot. Hey, nature. Yeah, you caught me live. I'm just giving my brothers and sisters access for those who just sitting around this morning and they don't mind hanging out with a woman that don't mind getting her hands dirty. Then you want to hang out with me, you are welcome. If I ain't your cup of tea, then you know how to keep it on strolling, baby, ain't it? Amen, sunflower. You built your own life with your bare hands. The audacity. Talking about what? I must be old reading that comment, talking about what that young lady said. Yeah, like, I'm telling you, some of the stuff, y'all don't get to see it. I think I do a good job by protecting this channel, because you guys, when you guys come and share stuff, you're kind of able to share your opinions and your freedom of speech, as long as it's not disrespectful. But I just about every day I have to block a lot of stuff, and it'd be like weird nastiness. You know, if I didn't have a sound mind, you couldn't be on YouTube and just be normal. You got to have a sound, strong mind, because the things people come on here and say sometimes is weird. But I think being in law enforcement kind of helped prepare me for that, because I done seen a lot of crazy stuff. I remember when I got my first call, I was in training in law enforcement. We got a call about a man. They used to say 1068. 1068 means a mentally ill person. And this older white guy, he had done strip off all his clothes in the parking lot, and he just stood there and pissed and SHIT on himself, and he was bending down, picking that SHIT up, and that was like, I was vomit. My stomach couldn't take seeing that, and I was just a young officer. I done seen a lot of crazy stuff. I done seen bodies ripped apart, you know, face, all the skin torn off the face, you know, the arm dislodged. I done seen some weird kind of dead bodies. I done seen a lot. So I think all the things I've seen in law enforcement, it just prepared me. So the crazy stuff I see on here is just annoying, because it's like it don't never stop. It keep coming. People just keep going, and you just block stuff. But for 4 years straight, it's a lot. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. She loves the truth. Yeah, my confidence is all I got, and I can only give grace and honor to God for that. You know, He gets all the honor, all the glory, and all the praise. Because if it had not been, oh shoot, if it had not been for the Lord on my side, I tell you, I wouldn't be able to make it, baby. If it hadn't been for the Lord on my side, some people would see you and they don't know your story, and they see how strong you talk. They know I ain't always been this strong now. I used to be a little quiet, little meek thing, tears in my eyes, showing up to the job. I done went through a lot of racial, gender discrimination, being the only black on some of them squads, the only female. I know what it feel like, and then I know what it feel like to press through and see God make your enemies your footstool, and all that pain people cause you over time. You don't like it when you're going through it, but then as you keep going and you start seeing, just like when you have a wound and that wound heal, you see that's, you know, you get stronger. So everything you've been through, you begin to see how strong it actually made you. And people who don't know you, they don't like that strength, but they ain't had to carry the level of pain you went through. See how those people, when Joseph finally made it, he had his latter days were better than his former days, right? But see, they came up under one more battle they had to fight before Joseph died. Those people did not like how them children of Israel had multiplied, and they did not like how prosperous Joseph those was. So they still had to go to another battle, but they won. See, they won. You get people that don't know nothing about nothing, and even some of the thing that hurt you the most now. Oh, I forgot. Let me go get this. Where my oil? I'll be right back. I gotta go get my oil for the truck. Oh, you know what? I forgot something else. I'm gonna tell y'all something else I be adding. I left it too. Let me go get that. Yeah, I had to go and get this because I add this now. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. This helps. This is nothing like this is what do you call this? Petroleum. This is just petroleum, but it's good to add with your oil when your diesel engine get a lot of miles on it. And it helps thicken that oil, and it helps in the cold in the winter time too, so it lubricates all the top parts of the engine so you won't have no dry and cold start. But I also have a rear main seal that's leaking on this thing, but it ain't bad. When I check the oil and stuff, it's not bad, but it slow that leak down. And that rear main seal, I should have changed the rear main seal when I changed the transmission, because I put a new transmission in this truck, but I didn't change the rear main seal. And now in order to get to the rear main seal, you got to drop that heavy transmission again, which was very, very hard on my little girl arm. Like that, you need the strength of a man. I mean, I was able to do it. I'm forgetting. Let me stop talking for a minute, because I'll be right back, because I left my office. Okay, now I got this. But yeah, in order to change the rear main seal, you got to drop that whole transmission. And you talking about something heavy? That transmission weigh over, I don't know, it felt like it weighed over 800 pounds. That I couldn't even, I got it on, when I was pulling it up my driveway, once I got the new one in, I accidentally I got my transmission jack went to the side. Two of them wheels got on the grass, and ain't nothing my little arms could do, baby. I couldn't get it back on them. I couldn't get that thing pulled back on that driveway for nothing. I had to call one of my elders, who's a mobile mechanic, and he was passing through to go to one of his clients, and he still get around like Speedy Gonzalez too, keep moving. But he got that old school strength. I'm telling you now, the man got that old strength, because you keep moving, your muscles and stuff keep getting stronger. And he came and get some wood, and he was like, we did it together, but it was mostly his strength, and he was able to help me get it back onto the driveway. And I was like, dang, that transmission ain't no joke. That's my next thing. I'm gonna just build a whole shop and put me a lift in it, and then I'll go from there. Check this out. Might as well do the full service. You can buy this out of Walmart for like $4. Fill up your washer fluid thing. See, when you go to the dealership, they supposed to top all this stuff up, once you get your cars and stuff serviced. But sometimes they don't. I remember when I first got my car and I was going there, taking my car, they were filling my thing up with water. So what happens is, when you fill it up with water, I was trying to use the water to come out, and it was blocked. It kept getting blocked because it builds up algae. This stuff is specifically formulated for the windshield wipers and it to help cleanse the windows and stuff. So I'm like, if I'm paying to come here to get a service, why would y'all fill up my washer fluid thing with water? And the service manager was like, they're not supposed to be doing that. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, after my warranty was off my car, I just started doing my thing myself. No, I didn't get a call. It just said that GNG. Yep. Let me see what some of y'all are saying. Yeah, I try not to be a people pleaser anymore, Macy. I used to be a people pleaser. You know, when you're young and stuff like that, and people be getting the wrong perception about you, you feel like you got to explain yourself. But sometimes manipulative people who are smarter than us at that level, they take advantage of that and keep drawing you in. Or sometimes when you got a real tender heart and you are a loving person and people get a whiff of that, they know how life is and how hard life can be too. Especially some of them, you get even some people who done got college degrees, psychiatrists, and they manipulate people. And so when you are talking from your heart, sometimes people take advantage of the pain that you've been through, and they'll show you love sometimes when they want something from you, and then pull themselves away and pull themselves away. And you think you keep doing this, or think you got to give somebody something for them to be kind to you. But no, good people who are genuinely good, you don't have to give them nothing but be you. When people really get to see you for who you are and they learn your spirit and they really like you and adapt to you, good people gonna want to connect. You know what I'm saying? You like want to connect with like, but sometimes people pretend that they are like, and then they start being, you start seeing their true character come out, and it's okay to separate yourself from them. Yes, you can pet that dog. Y'all talking about when they were showing Monty. I'm reading these must have been old. Yeah, when the Father set you apart, rejection can be a big part of protection. Yeah, he have old school scrimmage. I'm telling y'all, some of my elders, they got old school scrimmage, man. They got old school scrimmage. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I can sit something. If I can see me adding this stuff. Well, no, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Okay. Yeah, it'll work right there. I put this bottle up there to kind of hold it. So this truck take 12 quarts to fill back up. But what I do is that oil stabilizer will replace one of the quarts. And this big 2.5 gallon, that's like 10 quarts by itself. So gotta make sure I don't get none of this. They started putting this silver paper over the oil. I was like, dang, I don't ever want to get any of that fall down in there, because sometimes you let a piece of that paper go in there and then pours into your engine. So this right here would be 10 quarts of oil. I put this whole thing in there. You can hear it filling everything back up. I hear it going down in there. What you barking at, Mate? He not out there. Alright. So I got that in there. Y'all hear that sliding down up in there? I know some of that petroleum from that Lucas, the stabilizer, I know some of that is still in there, because this stuff is real good to lubricate everything. My elder is the one that told me about this Lucas oil stabilizer. And he said one of his friends added started using it. They add just 1 quart per oil change, but he said it sticks to the components in there to keep everything lubricated. And he said one time his friend changed the oil and forgot to add the oil, and went cranked up and drove and got like a mile down the road. The truck wasn't knocking or anything. It turned back around and came home. And he said he didn't have knocking, he didn't have no damage. And once you ain't, the oil is the life of a car. But he said the only thing he could attribute it to is having this Lucas oil stabilizer, because he been using that, and he said he could attribute it to maybe that petroleum was stuck on a lot of the parts and kept the parts rolling and lubricated you know, within that mile that he drove away from home and turned around and came back home. I was like, wow. You can see how y'all, I don't know if y'all can see this stuff going down in there, but it's thick. That petroleum is thick. I'm gonna let that sit right there while I check the oil. And by the time I do this, see the oil in the car, that oil pan on the car, will be then cooled down some. So when I loosen that bolt, it won't be so hot. Okay, I still gotta add my other ones. And I wait. What I do is, even though it takes 12 quarts, I still check it after I put that big 2.5 gallon in there. And just to see where it's at on the stick. And then when I don't see it show up, I just keep adding more. So see, I got that look. There's some stick stuck on the bottom. All right. That's enough of that. Look at that petroleum jelly. You don't definitely got to worry about your parts drying up when you use this thing. Look how thick that thing is. Okay, close that up. Throw that away. I'm done with this. So that's 11 quarts, but add some more. Alright. I'm not going to use this whole thing. We'll come back to that. What I'm going to do now is... Aww, that's so cool. See, nature man, you the type of man that strong women won't mind sitting around and having dinner with. It's the one that's full of pride, the one that get irritated and angry when they see women doing what they got to do to survive. You know, they get irritated. Some men get very, very irritated when they see a strong woman, and the first thing they say, "Oh, she trying to be a man. Oh, she might like women. She, you know, she want to be her own man and women. She trying to show her strength. Like, Negro, get your, you know." Oh, some of them make you want to tell them something. Get your rump and sit it down somewhere. Especially the old pretty boy. I can't. Now me, no offense if you was a pretty boy, but I can't stand no pretty boy. I cannot stand no pretty boy. I like a man who like to get his hands dirty, baby, and a man who knows something. Like my uncles. My uncle that died and my daddy brother, man, I used to always say, between the three of us, we can do anything. We can fix anything except a broken heart. Those men know how to do some of everything. I got a shed that I built in my backyard. My uncle that died, he taught me how to lay shingles. He's the one that taught me how to weld. I had the floor built. When he came, he was so shocked. He told me, "You did that?" I had all them blisters on my hand. I didn't know what a nail gun was. Every nail on that floor, me and my mama, she helped me bam them nails. And I did the floor, and I built 4 walls. I had a young guy friend that was like, "Oh, you don't got to buy no," because I was going to buy a shed. He's like, "You ain't got to buy no shed. You can build and all of that." He went, helped me get all the wood, loaded it up on my truck. After the first day, the next day, this joker ain't never showed back up. Call him, he ain't answer his phone. See, he was trying to get my attention, but when it came time to really putting in that work, he left and ain't never tried to come back. And then when I finally got him on the phone, So what you mean? I said, what you mean? What I need, nigga? What you mean? What I need? You done went and we done got all this wood, and now you know I gotta do this, put this barn together, and you gonna ask me what I need? He ain't want to put in that work. See, it been too much for him. He been talking strong. Well, I could do this, telling me all the things he could do and stuff, asking when can we go to dinner. And I said, man, I ain't really got time for dinner. I be having a lot of stuff to do. I got so much stuff. I done business supplies I done bought and making my house clutter. I need to build a shed, and Lord, I can help you do that. It ain't nothing to that. Just talking all big. We went get the wood. I'm believing in him. Man, please, when we get back here, get time to do the work, that joker switch. He switch on me. Oh, Sonny, go ahead now. CNC operator. Yep. Some of them, they do hate seeing that. Humble beauty. Yep, they do. Now, CNC, is that the crane? Educate me on that now. I know that's some type of machinery or something, ain't it? Another moderator. I don't know what's going on with these moderators. This y'all messages, I don't know if I'm responding on time or way after. Because I see Sunny message and then they say another message is held for review. Oh, steel work. Okay, girl. Do your thing now. Do your thing. Alright. So now I'm about to put on my little gloves and get up under here and let this car on this oil on this car drain. And then I'll go back to the truck and see how much more I need to add. So I got my oil thing down there. It's a 17-inch bolt on my oil pan down there. And you know what? I got another Fram oil filter. Now this Fram oil filter is only good for 10,000 mile protection. I'm not going to use that. I'll be right back. I got another one. See the letters on the front, they tell you. See, this right here is a TG, same numbers for this type of car, 9688, but TG is tough guard. Now this one goes up to 15,000 mile protection. You see the difference? And that's because a lot of these filters, they're built different with the filtration system on the inside. So if I've got oil, this castor oil that I'm going to put in here, this goes up to 15,000 miles. So why would I use a 10,000 mile filter? Now hopefully my goal is not to let the oil stay in for 2 years, but if by chance I need to, I mean, if I don't feel like changing it, this castor oil is real good. And it holds up. You see, after 2 years of being in here, I don't know if y'all can see this, but this ain't really, this oil, no, it's not really showing on the phone like that. But this oil still looks good. You see? And this oil has been in here for 2 years. Let me go get my paper. With only 7,000 miles. So castor oil, high mileage, full synthetic oil is the way to go, baby. That's in my little 2 cents. And a good Fram filter, you can't beat it. The filter lasts just as long as the oil. 15,000 mile filter, 15,000 mile oil. All right, so let's get up under here now. Should I get my creeper? We're gonna see. I got a creeper, but we'll see how the amen, she loves the truth. Only a godly man. Yep. And that's what I'm waiting on. If he come, then I'm supposed to have him. If he don't come, then God got me. Amen. And only godly women for friends as well, for sisters. You know, everybody don't deserve our friendship either, because some women can tear a woman down, and unhealthy women are very good. Some of them are very good at hiding their envy. They slowly try to work on your mind to break your mind down. It's a sad thing. It's a very sad thing. If you don't like somebody, just stay away from them. Leave them alone. Oh, God bless you. God bless you. You know what? I don't know if I'm going to grow anything. You see, I got my garden beds back there, but it's just a lot. Like, I have a lot on my plate. Like, I really want to grow stuff. I got some tomatoes in the house now that have already sprouted. Oh, yeah, I don't need the creeper. I got some tomatoes. I mean, not tomatoes, potatoes. I'll put this right there. And maybe I'll put it right there. Yeah. That way, y'all can see when I loosen that boat. I don't need my creeper. But I got some potatoes that have already sprouted. And I was thinking about planting those, but I don't know. I'm doing less this year. Gotta take this boat off up here. Oh, there we go. Let's see if I can continue loosening it by hand. Nope. Let's see if I can use the socket to loosen it without the, yeah. Boat getting tight in one spot. I need to put it back on. The socket back on. Okay. Still getting tight. It's almost there. Dang, why is this boat? So tight, let's get it out of there. So tight. Should be looser as it comes out. Not tighter. It's just tighter as it's coming out, not looser. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Be quiet, Monte. That was me. Come here. Shut up. Okay. So now, I let that sit over here and drain. That ain't gonna take long to drain, ain't but 5 little quarts. But I let that drain. Let me see. And the filter's up here. But if I loosen the filter, it's gonna start draining on the ground. Let's see. The last time I didn't have to put a wrench or nothing on the filter, but this time I think I will because it feels so tight. The Fram filter gives you a little grip at the bottom of it that helps you break it loose. But this one is real tight. So anyway, let me get from under here and go and let me see. I got some tongs I can put on that. Let me see if I got some wrench pliers that I can see if I can fit up on it without taking that cover off. Let me see. I'll go and get my little wrench thing to stick up in there. But in the meantime, let me go over here while that's still draining. See what's going on with this truck on so I can close this thing back up. So let me see how much has gone down on this stick. Okay. It's clear. It's real clean. And you know, diesel oil, once you run it, it's gonna turn black after you run it for 1 or 2 times. So y'all see that right there? Nope, it don't really show that good, but it's full. It's on the full. There's 12 quarts of oil that I have added in there. Actually, I'll add a little bit more because I put the filter on dry. So when it goes in the filter, it'll take some of that down as well. And okay. Alright, that's right where I want it to be. So now I'm done with that. And I've already changed this, I've changed the air filter Friday. I did that Friday. I changed that other oil change. That's the engine air filter, how the engine breathes. Sometimes a clogged engine filter could also cause your fuel mileage to go down and cause you to have less fuel mileage as well. And it can mess up the turbo. Alright, so now I'm going to put this stuff back. My gloves are messy and I don't have another piece of paper. So I do now is take my extra oil and put it in my toolbox. Can't get this thing shut. I'll do that later. And I have these, you know how sometimes when you go to the service and you get your oil change, they'll write down the mileage for you. So I have my own. I'll put this when I'm done and I get ready to start the engine. I'll write down the date and the mileage, and I already know the type of oil I use, so I just write down the date and the miles, and then I go from there. Now this Fram filter on the car, I'm gonna see if I can fit this on there and put my wrench. Let me get an extension to stick in here and see if I can just get that off like this. And that filter is hot. The last time I took it off, oh wait a minute, got my service oil thing. Put that down before I lose it, because I'll start talking and have stuff in my hand and then forget where I put my thing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get more chickens. See, I normally hatch chickens every year, but I don't know if I'm gonna get any hatch anymore. I haven't hatched any last year. I'll do it normally before the winter comes in. I have my own incubator, and even though my rooster's old, I really should hatch some, because he's really old. My rooster, God has spared his life. You guys saw when he was about to die, but I mean, his time could be up at any time. He's the oldest thing out here. But even though he's old, he's fertilized all the girls back there, because when I was cracking some of their eggs for breakfast the other day, I noticed they were, when you crack an egg, if you see a little white dot in it, that egg is fertilized, right? So I was like, wow, my rooster old, but he didn't put in that work. And when a chicken gets fertilized, it stays in them for like months. So all of the eggs after that comes out fertile. I mean, I really would like to have an offspring of his, but I'm trying to free my, like really create a lot of more free time in my life, because this business has kept me so busy, guys, within the last, going on January, I think, was my 11-year anniversary, or I think 10 or 11 year. But so I'm trying to do things that would, how could I say it, not put so much a demand on myself, because it's just me, I've been running a lot of different things by myself for the last several years, and my nervous system needs more rest, as I've been doing as I started this year out, and I just don't want to put too much on myself, right? So I don't think I'm gonna, that was a long way to answer your question. Probably TMI, right? But I don't think I'm gonna have any more chickens hatch anymore, not right now. I don't think I'm gonna hatch them. Good day to you too. You get it. All right, so now let me try to get this. For those of you who are just joining, I'm just out here sharing my morning. That's it. With anybody that wants to hang out with the young woman who doesn't getting her hand dirty. Y'all see that filter? That's what I've got to get off. So let's put this on it. Wait a minute. I don't think this is gonna. This isn't gripping that well. And I'm going the wrong way with it. Wait a minute, it's a switch. It should be a switch on here. I got another I've got another tool that I can use, but I don't know where it is. There should be a switch on here where I can go the opposite way. Oh, there we go. Okay. I think I was able to get it right. Let's see. I still don't think this is gonna work because it doesn't feel like it's gripping it. Oh yeah, it's gripping it. Just didn't feel like it. Yep, it's gripping it. I've got to put that bolt on that all pan before I loosen this. Let me see. Yeah, I got to put that bolt on because I'll have to move that oil pan out of the way so that I can, so that the oil that's dripping won't sit on me because I need to move it for the space. Oh shucks. Some still dripping on my hand. Okay. This stuff is so simple, guys. Once you once you do one thing, and then like me and my cousin were talking earlier this morning. You know, a lot of times you have people who just want to take advantage of women as well, because it's not common for us to just know a lot about these type of things. And once you have somebody that really try to take advantage of you, it kind of forces you, it puts you in a position where you decide to sink or swim. You know, it kind of forces you, if you're somebody who doesn't like being taken advantage of, it forces you to learn how to do stuff on your own. All right, let's screw this filter. I might need to move the phone because it's going to start leaking. Let's see. Once or maybe I could just break it free. Try to break Oh, something happened with my live. I was saying it won't get dumped today. I ain't going back over there today. But I checked my oil pan gasket. I didn't have a leak on my oil pan gasket at all. It was just where they did not tighten up that bolt. And this was, like I said, it was several years ago. So you would think if I had a leak on my oil pan gasket, it sure would manifest by now. I have never changed that oil pan gasket and never ever had any more leaks coming from my engine, because that was the last time that I ever took this car to the dealership for an oil change. And that was about, I don't know, several years ago. Well over 10 years ago, because this car is old. So that's that. Now I'm going to add some oil in here. I'm going to add oil. Are y'all still with me? Some of y'all done gone. Some of y'all done left me. It dropped me. It says no sound. Is it still no sound? Oh, okay, okay. You hear me now. Good morning. Happy Sunday. You know what? You said, where's Daniel? I didn't think about that. Because when I went inside, oh, look at Daniel. He can't open the door. Look at him. Oh, okay, okay. I see what it was now. It went on mute. What about now? You guys can hear me? I saw the mute thing. Y'all good now? Can you hear me? Are y'all able to hear a sister? Okay. I'm gonna prop this phone up. Trying to prop the phone up. I'm just cleaning out this funnel here. I think it may have been a new funnel, but it was in that toolbox looking all dirty. So just cleaning this off before I start pouring that all down in there. Down in there. Y'all remember that song? I like the way you do that right there. Chingy. Chingy, chingy. A lot of our old school R&B rap artists here start back doing stuff. I like that old school stuff. Monifa. Monifa got a powerful voice, baby. It would be nice to get Monifa, Lil Mo. They remind me of my cousin singing with Jennifer Hudson. I had a cousin, she was just like a sister to me, just a few years older than me. She was the closest thing I had to a sister. And you talking about could sing her butt off? Man, I said that girl can sing. That girl can sing. She sounded just like Jennifer Hudson. In fact, they even favor. And before Jennifer Hudson lost her weight, my cousin used to be big. She was a big girl. And she lost a lot of weight too, just like J Hud. So whenever I see Jennifer, I just take a little time and see what she got going on. She reminds me of my cousin. Both have a sweet heart. So now I'm putting this all in. Let that slowly go in. Simple stuff, guys. And you know, the more we do ourselves, it just keeps us moving too. It keeps us moving. Just doing little simple things for ourselves. Now, I'm gonna put in most of it. I still got a quart in this bottle. But even though it calls for 5 quarts and stuff, I'll let the oil go down and settle in just a little bit. And I like to check the stick, you know. Okay. You know, YouTube is bringing all y'all comments in late. But I just seen comments pop up, yes, we can hear again. But that was, I know you probably wrote that a while ago. But it just popping up. Yes, I'm hearing yes, yes. Macy, none of your business. She loves the truth. That's all I'm up to, guys. You see a little country bumpkin, just live a simple little life. That's it. A simple and blessed life. I came from nothing. I'm proud of myself. I was working since I was a young teen girl with my older cousins and stuff. Used to tag along with them in their businesses and do whatever little tasks and assignments that they gave me. I would do it so I can make money. I'm always trying to make my own. I remember my daddy, the thing hurt me so bad. I remember one time I asked my daddy, I think I was in high school. And I asked my daddy for something. I wanted some money for something. I asked him to help me. And he went and told my uncles, his brothers, that I only want money from him or something like that. Or I asked him for money and he just talked about me so bad. But really he was trying to justify his own absence and errors because my uncles used to call me all the time, his brothers. You know, they would stay in contact with me. And when they told me, they're the ones that told me what my daddy said. And the thing hurt me so bad. And I said, I ain't gonna never ask him for nothing else. He ain't got to worry about going around talking about me. And he still used to do it. He still used to talk about me. And tell people when he meet these new ladies. Because see, every time you meet a lady, when a woman who bought something, and some of them it wasn't about nothing, but and you tell them you got one child, only one, and a daughter at that, eventually a woman gonna want to know what she gonna want to meet that child and know what's up. But to justify his own self, he would always say negative things. And so I always made my own way. I always made my own way. Ain't nobody gonna have to worry about me. My brother just sent me a text. Gotta respond back if I don't know if it's gonna cut off or not. No, it ain't. But so I always worked. And even when I went to college, put myself through college, I always had a job. I had a job even in college. I was working at UPS, had health insurance, health benefits. It was tough, trying to make it through college at that. I went through some things there. But I made it through, got my degree, graduated, cum laude. I graduated with honors by the grace of God. And you know, after college, I worked in law enforcement. While I worked in law enforcement, I also worked in nursing. I was a certified nursing assistant as well. Not so much for the money, but you know, I just always had a thing in my heart for the elderly and young children, young people. It's hard to see this oil on this thing because it's so clean. So that's what I keep checking. Oh, okay. I see it now. I've overfilled it a little bit. That's what I said. It calls for 5 quarts, but I didn't put 4 point something, and it's a little past the 4, but that's okay because it'll go into the filter. Let me see. Yeah, it's past the 4, so it's good. It's so clean. So some of it will go down into the filter. So that's all on that, guys. Then got the oil change. It didn't take long at all. How long y'all been on here with me? An hour and 40 minutes. Now, if I wasn't recording this video and talking, I would have been finished all of this. I would have been finished all of this because I just would have zoom and done other things. But it's cool. But you see, I just saved a couple of $100 just doing it myself, and I got some exercise. You see, I'm moving around. Keep moving. Keep the body moving. Now, oh, let me fill my washer fluid thing. Gotta get my washer fluid. Alright. Gotta get another one of these. I didn't use. Did I use all my other one? I thought I had a little bit. Left in the other one. Oh no, I did it. Yeah, I used all the other one. Yeah, I poured it in already. Uh-oh. I don't want to use that oil. So I gotta make sure I get this right, guys, because it's far from the nozzle. There we go. Oh, I got it. Good morning, Monisha. How are you? I'm just letting anybody in the whole wide world hang out with me this morning. Anybody that just wanted to see what your little country bumpkin was up to. And did nothing but some chores. Getting my little hands dirty. And I'm just about done. Oh shoot. Should have never looked away. Filling up my washer fluid on my car. Dang, this thing was lower than I thought. I don't always fill this up, y'all. And when you start taking care of your maintenance and stuff on your car yourself, I usually don't fill them up sometimes until I get a light on come on in the car. You know how you get that light washer fluid low? This thing's so low, it's about to take the whole, well, it ain't gonna take the whole bottle, but it almost. And it took some of the, out of the rest of the other bottle I had. There we go. And it is full. Dang, took almost the whole bottle. But that'll last me for another 3 years. Ah, so, alright. Now, I've got something that I want to look at on my trailer. You said it's what's very relaxing. Count it all joy. I must be missing y'all comments. It said God is using it all for his glory. I don't know what that was in reference to. I'm just talking and talking. Oh yes, what I was talking about. Yeah. God is using it all for his glory. Yep, he sure is. That's why I say I ain't mad at nobody. Now when I was, younger and you're going through pain and stuff like that, it hurts your heart when your heart and stuff be hurting, and you feel like people who are older than you, especially people who brought you in this world, they should be the ones that nurture your heart and protect your heart and speak life into you. But sometimes people can't give you what they never had, or they don't know how to give it to you. And when you are growing closer in God, he make you have grace and mercy and forgiveful, And so a lot of the pain that I went through, it only make me stronger. Look how strong I am. That's why I tell myself now, I wouldn't want to go back through some of the things I experienced, but I'm glad I'm this strong. I'm glad I know how to swim and not sink, So I'm grateful, and I'm glad I know how to recognize BS through, overcoming a lot of the adversity. Yep. Yep, yippity, yeah. Now I gotta put all these booze up. Put some of this all up. God is amazing. We serve a good God. What are you, ladies and gents? Do you guys have anything on your agenda for today, or is it you guys' rest day? What are you going to do for the remainder of the day? I'm winding my day down, so I think I'm going to, I got to look at something on my trailer, and once I'm done doing that, then I'm done for the day. I'm going to go to the gym and get in the steam. I don't know if y'all can tell listening to me talk, my nose being out here in this cold, my sinuses are starting to, I can feel it starting to drain or clog up or whatever. I can just feel it, but the minute I go get in that steam room, it is going to, oh, wait a minute, I got to get something out of here. Got to get my flathead screwdriver so that I can see something. There it is. And I need my rubber mallet. Okay, Miss She Loves the Truth. It feels so good to have a rest day, doesn't it? Oh, and I need my tool for my trailer. Where is it? Where is it? No, not that one. My needle nose. Looking for my needle nose pliers, guys. I need them for something that I'm about to check out on my trailer. So many needle nose pliers, and it's so difficult for me to put my hand on one of them right now. My fingers is getting so cold. Where the heck is my darn needle nose plier? Oh, here they go. Here they in the door right here. And I've been looking all around the place for them. They're right here behind me. In this door right here. Got my needle nose pliers. Well, guys, I'm gonna boil some salt water. Well, you know, I don't want to do that. It does though. When I'm cooking sometimes, I will even just, you know, take something and fan the steam over me, but I want to go to the sauna. That's better for me. And you know, I heard something too, that boiling water, I don't know about salt water, but just leaving boiling water in the house. One of you said that. One of you said something. I can't remember what it benefits, but it helps something inside the house when you just boil salt water or boil water or something. Put it in here or remind me of it. You're working, Manisha? I hope you are enjoying your work. God bless you. So anyway, let me see what I got to do now. Oh, I got to check this up here. I got to write down the mileage. Yeah, let me get off of here, guys, so that I can focus and go ahead and, because I won't be able to fully concentrate without getting off of here and finishing up what I got to do. I'm almost done now. But I'll check in with you guys later. Maybe when I settle down or when I'm at the sauna or something. You guys have a blessed day. And I hope you just enjoyed hanging with your little country bumpkin. You know, that's what I'm up to this morning. I'm going to write down the mileage, get my vehicles running, and you know, make sure I've got everything back together. I don't want to forget anything, so I need to get off of here. You guys have a blessed day. If nobody has told you that they love you today, then you already know your little country bumpkin sister loves you. We are the light of the world. Let's don't never let our lights grow dark. Let's keep shining bright. Have a blessed day.